everyone, this is Brian Nettles, and today we're going to talk about Cumorah. This will probably be a several part series of quotes from early church members and leaders in the church who talked about the location of where the Hill Cumorah was at. It becomes a question as certain academics have decided to place Cumorah down in Central America or South America, depending on who you talk to. But there's really no reason to go down to Central America to find the Hill Cumorah. It's right there in New York, and everybody in the early days of the church knew it was there. And I'm going to go over quotes from Lucy Mack Smith, quotes that were written by my great-great-great-grandmother, Martha Howard Corey, who visited with Lucy Smith after the Saints had moved to Utah. She dropped what she was doing for about 2 years and went back to Missouri and stayed with Sister Smith and got the story of the history of the church according to his mother. And we're going to go over some of the quotes today. Now, before we go over those quotes, I want to point out that in bookofmormonheartland.com, my website, we've now added Augustin Farms as an affiliate to Book of Mormon Heartland, or shall I say that Book of Mormon Heartland as the organization is now an affiliate marketer with Augustin Farms. As we prepare for the last days, it is vital that you have your food storage in place. Many of you have your guns and your bullets, but you forget your food storage. And if you don't have your food, then what do you need your guns and bullets for? As there's nothing to protect because you don't have anything. You need your food storage, and if you don't have it, this is the good time to get it. Go to bookofmormonheartland.com, click on the store tab, and you will see several links from Augustin Farms to purchase your beans, your rice, your vegetables, black beans, white beans, and oats. Make certain you have your staples. If you don't have your staples, you won't have the nutrition that you need to survive during the times when the food is off the shelves and it's no longer being distributed. You need to survive those times as we prepare for the second coming. So go to bookofmormonheartland.com and start stocking up on your food storage. Now, you will get a 10% discount if you use the discount code BOMH, Book of Mormon Heartland, BOMH. And your first order, you will get a 10% discount using that code, and orders over $100 typically are free shipping. So don't hesitate, go ahead and buy now. Let me go ahead and share my screen, bookofmormonheartland.com. Okay, you can see, like I said, you go to the store tab and you will see the stuff for Augustin Farms in here. Okay. But now if we do the hamburger menu and we look at geography and archaeology, and we're going to go to this link that says Cumorah and the Joseph Smith Papers, because we're going to read this directly from the Joseph Smith Papers. You will see here that we're taking some screenshots from the history of Lucy Smith, mother of the prophet, and the author of this book, the ghostwriter of this book, I should say, like I said, was Martha Howard Corey, who was my great-great-great-grandmother. Okay, so now I'm going to read this now in handwriting, and I might stumble some as I read it, so please forgive me and bear with me as I try to figure out what is being said. The harvest time had now arrived since we opened our new farm, and all our sons were actively employed in assisting their father to cut down the grain and storing it away in order. One evening we were sitting till quite late conversing upon the subject of the diversity of churches that had risen up in the world and the many thousand opinions in existence as to the truths contained in the scriptures. Joseph never said many words upon any subject, but always seemed to reflect more deeply than common persons of his age upon everything of a religious nature. After we ceased conversation, he went to bed But he had not laid there long till a bright light entered the room where he lay, and looked up. He looked up and saw an angel of the Lord standing by him. The angel spake, I perceive that you are inquiring in your mind which is the true church. There is not a true church on earth, no, not one, and has not been since Peter took the keys into the kingdom of heaven. The churches that are new upon the earth are all man-made churches. There's something, a line scratched out. There is a record for you and Joseph when you have learned to keep the commandments of God, but you cannot get it until you learn to keep the commandments of God. It is not to get gain. It is to bring forth that light and intelligence which has been long lost in the earth. Now, Joseph, beware, or when you go to get the plates, your mind will be filled with darkness, and all manner of evil will rush into your mind to prevent you from keeping the commandments of God. And you must tell your father of this, for he will believe every word you say. The record is on a wide hill. Is it wide? Oh, on a side hill, on the hill of Cumorah, 3 miles from this place. Remove the grass and mop, and you will find a large flat stone. No, I must have got that wrong. Remove the grass and moss, and you will find a large flat stone. Pry that up, and you will find the record under it, laying on 4 pillars of cement. Then the angel left him. Oh, I know why I cut it short, because I kind of missed the point of where I was going with. I should have continued it, but I mean, the story is there in the Joseph Smith Papers Project as the story continues, because it's quite lengthy. But anyways, what was to be pointed out from what I had just read is that his mother mentioned that the record is on the side of the hill of Cumorah, 3 miles from this place. And so here at this early time, well, this is going from the memory of his mother, an elderly lady, with my great-great-great-grandmother, Martha Howard Corey, and she is told that that Lucy is already noting that it was called the Hill Cumorah, even in these early days, even before Joseph had received the record or had even had his first attempt to get the record. It was already being called the Hill Cumorah. Okay, there's one more quote I want to read in this one, and this is getting close to the time when he needed to get the plates. Okay, and to go further into the story, the background is that Joseph had talked about receiving the scolding from the angel, and his father was saying, who did this? And let me know who did this, because I'll go set things straight. And it said, stop, father, stop. Said Joseph, it was the angel of the Lord. As I passed by the hill of Cumorah, where the plates are, the angel of the Lord, and I can't read the next word, one, and said that I had not been engaged enough in the work of the Lord, that the time had come for the record to be brought forth, and that I must be up and doing, and must get myself about the things which God had commanded me to do. But Father, continued he, given yourself no uneasiness concerning the reprimand that I have received, for I now know the course that I am to pursue, so all will be well. So once again, we have a fabulous peek into the history of Joseph Smith, and once again, the Hill of Cumorah is referenced in this statement given by Joseph Smith's mother. So I want to thank Jonathan Neville for his book, Between These Hills, A Case for the New York Cumorah. It was published in May of 2021. It's a fantastic read. Highly recommend it. And so that's all for today. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.